So by the time I turned 55, I really had less than 5 degrees of vision. Now, you as a normal person have about 180 degrees. So when I look at the world, it's like looking through one of those brown coffee stirring straws. They're really tiny, that whatever's in the end of that circle, that's all I can see. So I really don't have functional vision anymore. I'm now going through menopause. I'm having weight gain. I'm an empty nester. The kids have all left home. I looked in the mirror one day, what little I could still see, and I just didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. My job had left home, and I had to rediscover who I was and what I wanted to do with my life. My grandmother had passed away shortly before, and she had lived to be 106. And I thought to myself, if my grandmother knew when she turned 55 that she was going to live to be 106, what would she have done differently if she knew her life was barely half over? She probably would have learned to drive. She never did learn to drive. She would have bought herself an electric dryer. She never did. She hung her clothes out till she was 106. She would have done things differently. And I thought to myself, I don't want that to be me. What do I need to do differently so that if I live to be 100, the second half of my life is just as powerful and exciting as the first half? That's when I really had a strong pivot. I had to change everything I was doing. Sure, I went to the gym and worked out a little bit, but I was gaining weight, as many of us do during menopause. I was uh, not feeling good, just all over. I felt sluggish and frumpy. It was terrible. And I reached out to doctors. I tried to find a voice out there that could encourage me or help me, tell me what to do. And I just found nothing. So I decided I'm just going to change everything. I changed what time I went to bed, what time I got up. I changed everything that went in my mouth. I changed my workout routine. I lost 25 pounds in about 8 months. I went from a dress size 6 to a 0. I changed everything in my closet down to my shoes. Just had to have a reset and think about what did I want to do. I can't sit around and focus on all the things I can't do. I can't go back to being an operating room nurse. I can't go back to being a ballerina. My kids have left home, so that job is gone. I can't manage my husband's office anymore. I just don't have enough eyesight. But what can I do? I can go back to modeling. And so I did. I got an agent and I started modeling again, and have done that now for years and enjoy it so much. And I just realized it takes a lot of courage to change everything about what you're doing. You can't expect permanent results when you do temporary things. And many times people say, oh, well, I went on a diet for a week and I didn't lose any weight. Well, that's temporary. You have to do the small things consistently over time to see permanent change. And that includes the way you think about yourself and the world around you. What voices are you listening to? Stop listening to the whiners and complainers. They're not going anywhere. Put only positive things in your mind. Get a team that is there supporting you. My trainer, when I show up for workout at 5 a.m., he expects the same from me as he does from the rest of the group. He doesn't expect less just because I can't see. Surround yourself with high expectation people, and your expectations will rise as well. So I asked my son this question one day. I said, if you were given an elephant and you couldn't kill it, you couldn't give it away, you had to deal with the elephant, what would you do with it? And without hesitation, he turned around and looked right at me and he said, I would ride him into battle, just like Hannibal. And I was blown away by that. I said, oh my gosh, that's it. We have to take that elephant. Everyone has something in their life that they have to deal with. Mine just happens to be blindness. And you have a choice to make. You can either have it as an elephant where it makes a lot of poop and costs a lot to feed and is a burden. Or you can ride it into battle and find victory. And I turned to him, I said, oh my gosh, that is a fabulous answer. Where did you learn that? He stuck his finger in my face and he said, I've watched you ride your elephant every single day into battle behind that white cane. That's where I learned how to do it. I never really knew he was watching. And people are watching. They want to know how you do it, why you do it, what are you doing? But unless you are willing to make those changes and get on that elephant and ride him, your life's not going to change. You're not going to be able to fulfill that God-given purpose with strength, with courage, fearlessly fulfill those dreams and those goals. It's never too late. You're never too old. I'm in my 60s now. I get to do modeling. I get to travel. I get to do so many things because I'm not afraid. I've already been to Africa and been hungry and been to blind school. I've already been through so many challenges that the rest just almost seems easy by comparison. And I am thankful. I'm grateful for the lessons that I've learned, for the time I get to pour into people one-on-one and teach them how to walk by faith and not by sight. And that's my story.